Hello my fellow crafters, I'm here again today to show you how you can use some of the head pins and the ear hooks that we've previously made to make earrings like this here and a few other styles. So if you want to get all of your tools and supplies around, we can go ahead and get started. Like I said, today is going to be a really quick video because I have everything pretty much already pre-made as far as the ear hooks and the head pins go. And the very first one I'm going to do is this one here, which you're going to grab one of these leaf ones that we made last time and find the beads that you would like to use. I'll be using one more leaf and then a flower, just like that. Although I think I'm going to use a different head pin because this one here is a little bit bigger than the other one. So we're going to go, I think, with this one here. Yeah, that one's a little bit more the right size. Now this one is extremely simple. And for this, once I'm done with that, I'm going to take and put my thumbnail right at the edge there, and I'm going to bend it straight down like that. I'm going to give that a little trim. And then I will use my round nose pliers. Just take and bring that around. Just like that. So then I have a matching set here. And I have some pre-made jump rings. Now these ones I just made here a little bit ago. And take some embellished ear hooks that match those beads that I've already used. I'm just going to assemble it all. So that is this pair here, which is using the embellished ear hooks that we made last week, and these unique little head pins. These ones here made a little earlier today, and I used the square head pins along with some cube-shaped beads to give that little extra geometric interest to it. So now let's move on to the heart. This one's another easy one. We did the heart head pins here the last time. We need to find one that kind of matches the size of the other one. Which that one there looks about right. I'm going to go ahead and straighten that out. And it's as simple as putting your beads down on top. So we've got the blue and the heart and one more blue. Now this time here, because I'm going to be adding this little bit down here, I'm actually going to bend it down and I'm going to enclose this to give it a little bit more durability. I'm bringing my bail pliers and I will be putting this on the smallest setting, just like that. And bring that down, roll it down, and bring your wire around. Gonna make any adjustments you feel you need to make. I goofed up that, I popped a tiny bit, so we're gonna get that straightened up. Guess I was a little too rough on the wire. I do that sometimes. And now to add our little dangle down here, which, I'll grab my bead for that. Completely forgot about that. And I'm going to use one of these plain head pins here for this little bit. Slide it down and then put your thumb there and bend that wire straight down right there. And give your wire a trim. Normally I like to do these side by side when I trim them so that I know that I have pretty much exactly the right length. But when you do this enough too, you don't necessarily have to do that to figure out exactly what you need. And just open that up and slide that right down on that heart. And I will be using another embellished ear hook for these earrings also. Let's get out our... Actually, for this one, I think I'm going to use a larger jump ring. Give it a little bit more flair to it. Alright, so even though these are just like any other pair of earring that you would make with just the head pin, your beads, and your ear hooks, because the ear hooks are different and because the head pins are unique, it gives it an extra special look or a more unique look that will help you to stand out from the crowd. With that note in mind, we're going to do some silly things with our ear hooks to make them even more unique. So for this one here, I used one of the spiral head pins, which are right here. And first I put down my blue bead. I want to try to get this as similar as possible. So the spiral is going this way. So I'm going to bend that down this way, just like I did on this one. And then kind of swoop it up a bit. Remember, making jewelry is an art. So you really don't want to do things exactly the way somebody else does. You want to add your own spin to it. So go ahead and add these little curves and unique little oddities to your jewelry. Because people really do like having something that is unique to them. You know, they want somebody to look at what they have and go, oh wow, that's really neat, where'd you get that from? And not have to answer them with something like, oh, I got it from this box store or that box store or wherever else. Alright, so I'm trying to make these as similar as possible to the last pair. Alright. Nope. Because I wanted to go the other way with that. Right. And give that a trim. And roll it back. Just like that. Now for this one, let's get out a square. I guess I still have them packed away. And we're going to go ahead and do this part first and then just add the dangle to the end when we're done. I'm using a little cube bead there to complement the little square. Now, the hardest part about doing these is trying to get them to mirror themselves, or each other, I should say. And it's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. It's still going to be different. And unique, and like I said, jewelry is an art, and just like any other art, it's going to be imperfect and beautiful. Alright, so now we get that other embellishment in. And we'll grab one of these head pins here. Then we just slide it down over top of. And same as before, put your thumb there and just bend it down. Give it a little trim. See if we can use this piece here to make a whole nother head pin. No sense in throwing that out. Get your round nose pliers and give that a little loop it needs. Just like that. Alright, so we have these two here. Now you can put these on two separate pair of earrings, but I'm actually going to put both of these on one pair of earrings. So we're going to do it just like that. So then we have this very unique, one-of-a-kind pair of earrings that somebody is sure to love. Now, if you're planning on selling your earrings, you're going to want to, one, make sure they're nice and clean and well made, hand hammered. For your ear hooks, you're going to want to stick with either stainless steel, copper, sterling silver, or gold. You really want to avoid anything with nickel in it, because even people who don't have metal allergies can still be somewhat sensitive to nickel, or it can cause them to be sensitive to it over the span of their lifetime. Now, for displaying your earrings, you could put them on an earring display rack, which is fine if all of your earrings are going to be the same price and they are all marked, or I should say that the rack is marked clearly as to the price. But if you want them to have their own individual price each, it's best to put them on ear cards in a completely different display so that people understand that it is going to be a different price for each pair. So for what I do for earrings like this, I make these ear cards off of my Cricut machine, and I put the earrings on there. And slide those backs on so that they stay on the ear cards. And then I have these sleeves here that I get from Amazon. You can get them off of eBay also. I'm sure there's other sources for them, but that's where I get them from. And you just slide them in there. Shake them around a bit, make sure that they're in place. And then you want to take that little strip off that has this wonderful static electricity to it, so it sticks to you. And then fold that down and seal it, and then you can go ahead and price it right here with permanent marker. I usually do the backs. And then this part here, I have a rack that has cup holder hooks on them that I hang them from, and that way people can clearly see them. I try not to put too many layers behind, so like I'll have no more than 2 pair of earrings hanging on one hook so that it's not overwhelming, but they still have a little bit more selection at one time. Alright, well, thank you very much for hanging out with me today, and I hope that it helped to inspire you to make some unique jewelry of your own. And until next week, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Bye.